let's add the load-bearing wall. To add the load-bearing wall, you want to go to the level that it is supporting. And in the matrix, you'll see here that the load-bearing wall is at grid 2, core center line. That means it's at center of the core structure from the first floor up to the high roof level. Now, normally, you would like to go to the level it is supporting, which is at the high roof level. So go to the high roof level, and you'll notice that at the high roof level, you're only able to see the roof or the walls that are at that level. So you can also see the walls below that by changing the view range. So make sure you don't select any object. So you're seeing here floor plan to see the view range. Click on edit to edit the view range. And the reason why you're only seeing this is because your cut plane is at, or you're at the high roof level, and you're cutting at 1200 above the high roof level, and you're not able to see below that level. So bottom for that view is at 0, and likewise view depth is at 0. Okay. To better explain this, don't go to the elevation. I'm going to go here in this south or north elevation and show you what's happening. I'm looking down at the high roof level. That's where I am. I have a cut line at 1200. I'm looking down, and I can only see up to 0 level beyond or below the high roof level. That's the reason why I'm not able to see this wall. I'm only able to see this part of the structure. Okay, let me go back to the high roof level. So edit this so that you can see below that, maybe about 2 meters, but it has to be negative. Now, if you change this to a lower value instead of 0, you need to change also the view depth. It should be equal to the bottom range or lower. So it could be negative 2000 as well, or lower than this view range, bottom view range. So click on apply, and you'll notice that you're now able to see that part of the wall. Click OK, and now we're ready to use or create the load-bearing wall. Okay, just to review, it's from grid A to D, core center line, from the high roof going down. Now, why are we in the high roof instead of the first floor? Well, you'll notice here, if I type WA and select the load-bearing wall, which is this wall right here. Let me check the construction of this wall. It's a 290 concrete masonry unit, exactly what is required here for my load-bearing wall. Okay. So that's good. I'll click OK. And you can actually start from the first floor going up, but normally civil engineers or engineers will use depth, and at times you're not able to change this. So be careful. Take note of what you are seeing here on the way your wall is going to be constructed. So normally, if you're building a load-bearing wall, this will show depth instead of height. So if it's showing depth, you need to start, or your base will be at the first floor, top will be at the high roof, and you don't have a base offset at the first floor, but you do have a base offset of 300 at the high roof level. Location of your line will be core center line. Okay? And again, if you look here, that will be the instruction. Core center line aligned to grid from the high roof. Or sorry, no offset. Okay, so let's go back and change this to 0. So no offset. Okay? So always look and check the option bar as well, not just the property box. And then here, maybe you'd like to change the detail level to fine, and then click on the grid. That will be the center or center line. Align to the grid, move down, and click and hit escape twice. So that's your load-bearing wall. Kindly go to the first floor plan, and you'll see and notice that the load-bearing wall went through the gypsum so that it will attach itself to the bearing or structural part of your wall. So that's the metal stud, so it connects to the metal stud. So it always will connect to the structure. Okay, so that's how, if you go to your 3D view, you'll be able to see your load-bearing wall. And that's how it should look like.